Dr. Steiner, I have a question. Is the human being free or compelled by natural laws? Religion believes you can't be held morally responsible unless you have free will. Science insists the uniformity of natural law is not broken in the area of human action and thought. Moralists require free will to be able to freely choose between good or evil. Scientists deny freedom in order to fit the human being within a lawful universe. The question of freedom is one of the most important questions for life, religion, conduct, and science. Yes, I agree, Dr. Steiner. It is a very important question. Let me apply my question of freedom to a real situation. If I arrive at two paths on the road, one to my right and one to my left, am I free to choose between one path or the other? The ability to neutrally choose between one or the other of two possible courses of action without the existence of a determining reason is the freedom of indifferent choice. If freedom is an undetermined choice between two actions, then only random chance qualifies as freedom, like flipping a coin? Let me explain. We live in a lawful universe. All our actions are determined by causes. The freedom to make an indifferent choice without a cause has been recognized as an illusion by science, so there is no need to go into the question of free will. It just doesn't exist. It is obvious that our action will be the result of a cause, but the existence of a cause for an action does not end the free will debate. How can we approach the question on a deeper level than this? Introspective observation will tell us more. Can't we be the cause and determine our own action? Then the reasons for our action would be determined by our own preferences. This seems to be the most common understanding of free choice. Yes, but introspection reveals that desire underlies our preferences. Our choices are determined by our desires. Introspection also reveals that we are not free to desire or not desire as we please. Choice then is determined by our desire, of which we have no control. We are not free if we are controlled by our desire nature. Isn't our desire a part of who we are as an individual? I have a desire to express my own nature. It is an unavoidable need. I am unique with my own characteristics and qualities that make up my nature. According to Spinoza, if the necessity to act is solely ours and not created by something else, then it is a free necessity. That would mean freedom is not found in free decision, but rather in free necessity, the free necessity of our own nature. Yes, freedom is to exist and to act solely out of my own nature, and not be compelled by external causes to act in a fixed way. But our nature, for the most part, is a creation of external causes. We are the product of the natural world, genetics, and biological urges. We are also the product of our society, upbringing, and social conditions. Natural urges drive how we react to the external world. This brings about conflicting passions. We see what should be done, but are unable to moderate our passions, and instead do the worse. That means hidden causes working deep within our nature control what we think and do. There are times when human beings may know nothing of the real causes that control them, but there is a difference when we are conscious of the reasons that motivate us. Could you give me an example on how it is different to be conscious of the reasons that motivate us? The warrior holds his ground on the battlefield regardless of the desire to flee. The diplomat enters complex negotiations regardless of the desire for revenge. The research scientist remains factual in the laboratory regardless of the desire for a certain result. There is a profound difference between knowing and not knowing why I do something. Yet the diplomats of a particular country may all think and act alike. If a group of people all think and act the same, it would indicate that they are controlled by outside influences, by their life circumstances. How can we free ourselves from the influences of the outside world? When given an idea, some will act on it, while others won't. Why is this? It is our character that makes us different from others. An idea is turned into a motive of action only if our character wants it and accepts it. Our character determines us from within and not from without. Then we are free, that is, free from external influences. Maybe not, because we do not turn ideas into motives arbitrarily, but rather according to the necessity of our character. That is, we are anything but free. Our character has established tendencies and inclinations that we will likely follow. Here again, no consideration is given to the difference between motives that I allow to influence me only after I have become fully conscious of them, and those that I follow without having any clear knowledge of them. This leads to a new question. What is the significance of knowing the reasons for one's action? We will discuss this question next. I've invited mathematist, rationalist lawyer, psychologist, and pneumatist psychic to join the discussion.